changed her.
I think it's made her a little more melancholy.
Sees Tom Brokaw has talked to her about it. Tom, good morning.
Morning, Margaret. Well, Fauci's an old...
Just a little bit.
Is it tough to get Steve to come on the show?
Oh, yeah. Would have been tougher to say no.
Quiet. Somebody else we know is here this morning, Tom Brokaw.
Back now, 8:30 on this Monday morning. I'm Bryant Gumbel. Margaret Larson is over here from the news desk while Katie's away on vacation. Straight ahead in this half hour, we're going to be visited. We still got a half hour to go for a Monday morning. Oriana Fallaci. Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be. And Steve Friedman has actually written a book without pictures, no crayons. Talk about it after station break.
That.
For a Monday morning, Oriana Fallaci. Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be. And Steve Friedman has actually written a book without pictures, no crayons. Talk about it after station break.
An amazing person, and you're going to lose that bet. I bet he is jogging by October.
Yeah,
but that was the purpose of all of this, was to lose that bet.
This is what he thinks that his life is all about. He's really a remarkable young man.
He is an amazing person, and you're going to lose that bet. I bet he is jogging by October.
Yeah,
but that was the
rates compared to the rates of breast cancer in this country.
And the licorice root sticks?
Again, it contains inhibitors that prevent cancer in the laboratory. We're still thinking about how we can get this into our diet.
I hope it's just a year down the road we can bring you back and you say, yes, in fact. Talented people have gone on to do a lot of things.
Yes.
Obviously, now you're directing this. Does the Fonz still linger?
See, there we go again. I came here, Nancy, to talk about the film. I don't want to talk about. I can't talk about the Fonz.
Henry,
I'm
sit
going.
down. Sit down. This is my interview.
I will
Now
not talk about the Fonz. I'm not doing it.
Hold him, Norman. Now.
Okay.
Okay. Now answer my
April
question.
Fools! Just
Hold him.
kidding,
Hold
Nancy.
him. No, this is not Charlie's interview. Hold him. Now. Yes, I like being the Fonz.
I did, didn't I? I like being the Fonz. I love the Fonz. I had a great time being the Fonz.
Well, good, because guess what?
Some pile a million miles high of this stuff somewhere because you get so much of it. Anyway, they've come up with a new thing. This is called an air bubble. And you get these little bags, they're flat. Can you see we've put a piece of fine china inside, a cup and a saucer. You put it in here and then you blow this thing up. And
bounce it all around.
you can, excuse me, I'm going to go get the cup that I...
And it won't break the cup and saucer.
I was shooting hook shots with it earlier, and it was working perfectly. But
And
of
it
course, then
shrinks
bounced away.
right down.
And then you pop it when you get it there, and you've got actually some recyclable plastic when you finish. And you don't have all that peanuts and popcorn and stuff.
Right.
Isn't that kind of neat?
It is neat. It really is nice.
There we go.
That one
This
works.
time I caught it.
Okay. We also have crayons that are made differently than most crayons. They're non-toxic. They're
Neat. It's a drain, sink drain. Don't have to put the toxic chemicals in because
the bottom of it pops out, so when all the hair and all the stuff collects on it,
Right.
you just pop it out, empty it, put it back
unblock it.
together, and put
about
it back
that?
together. Idiots like me.
Paul Lyons is always here talking about our consumer editor, talking about the fact that you got to watch out for lead in various products, particularly in plates, other things. This is a little thing called a lead checker.
And they come in a
Lead
packet
tester.
of about 12 or so, so you can check a lot of things in your house. I'm taking these home.
Okay. All right. And what else?
I have kids.
You got a doll?
Yeah.
Environmentally friendly doll, which we don't have time to tell you about.
Clothes for kids, soft and cuddly.
Okay.
All right. hold on to your hats. It is April 22nd, Earth Day, but I wanted to talk to you just a moment about this lovely lady that we're going to have, which is probably the beauty of all of it.
We talking about Joan?
Close.
No.
We're talking about
I'm in
me.
trouble when she comes back.
No. We're talking about a young woman this is how she dressed in the 60s.
She lived in my house for a considerable period of time.
Oh, yeah. And if she still lived in your house, she'd probably be worth thousands of dollars. We're going to talk about that, too.
The old one's a fashion show for Barbie today. Is that right? And good morning, everyone. Good to have you with us on this Earth Day, 1993. I'm Charles Gibson.
And I'm Dana King, sitting in for Joan London. It is Thursday.
Yeah? And what would the date be?
The 22nd. I knew you'd ask me that.
You got it. We're going to go back to Waco again.
I'm sold on this, but what if you're both a buyer? Hi, Paula. Nice to see you.
How you doing,
Good. Dana Fleming.
We meet in hotel lobby.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Paula Zahn, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you all doing?
Got one of the
Just
great smiles on
The best.
television. Absolutely, yes.
The best tea. Thank you. Go ahead. We meet in hotel lobby.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Paula Zahn, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you all doing?
Got one of the
Just
great smiles on
The best.
television.
But it's the darndest thing. Watch out.
Believe me, she'd like to.
It won't hurt. Watch out.
Believe me, she'd like to.
We're going to be talking with Kay Reynolds, who joins me now, representing the Boys and Girls Clubs, about parenting for prevention. What does that mean, Kay? What's parenting for prevention?
Parenting for Prevention is a Johnson & Johnson program that I have run at...
So maybe they need some advice, some help on how to do it more effectively?
Right, I feel...
Roker, a man with many solutions and a few accurate forecasts along the way. Sorry, you know the one thing I don't have in common with that? What's that? A comb. Anyway. So now, Al Roker, a man with many solutions and a few accurate forecasts along the way. Sorry, you know the one thing I don't have in common with that? What's that? A comb. Anyway.
Going to leave, but next Sunday, we're going to visit Tennis Hall of Famer Tracy Austin. She is just married and also just recovered from a debilitating car accident. She's on her way back to the court.
And she will be here in New York. That's it for us. Be sure to catch Joan, Charlie, and Spencer tomorrow morning on Good Morning America. They're, of course, back from their 2-week trip to Australia and New Zealand. I'm sure they have plenty of tales from the road.
Sure they do. We're just starting to hear them, so catch them tomorrow. And thank you for sharing your Sunday morning with us. Enjoy the rest of the year day. We'll see you next Sunday right here.
Good morning.
And thank you for sharing your Sunday morning with us. Enjoy the rest of the year day. We'll see you next Sunday right here.
Good morning. Charges were filed against Mr. Janeo for the attack, and the other guy was not injured, fortunately.
Right. You know, Jeffrey, the man who was on trial, who was apparently attacked, he spent 2.5 years in prison trial when he went to jail the first time.
Right, and a lot of people were protesting that. In fact, there were protesters outside the courtroom protesting that, but of course it does not excuse at all a law enforcement officer, an officer of the court, sworn to uphold the law and protect the defendants, no matter how horrible the crime they're accused of. Nothing could justify what the sheriff was saying, basically saying it's okay to take the law into your own hands.
It's a mixed message, but...
Race relations in American schools when we come back on Good Morning America Sunday.
Sale absolutely ends Monday.
Does it for us on this day. Have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Talk about their trip to Australia.
Well, actually, we've been talking about the weather here, too, more. Everything bloomed while we were gone. You've got some nice weather, but today you're going to get a little rain, I understand.
Finally, rain moving in. You know, it's been dry in the northeast for most of this spring, very dry, and finally now we have heavy rainfall moving this way, which should relieve whatever dryness there is. But my lawn is turning brown. So.
All right, it's now, 7:30?
Those guys actually learn their lines.
Yeah,
huh?
right.
And they know who they are, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm Charlie Gibson.
And I'm John London. Good to have you with us. It is Christmas Day.
But they can get a little carried away, though, because they're getting ready to do their 100th episode.
Really?
That's a
Coach
lot.
has been on for 100
We're getting ready to do our, I don't know, 30,000 or something episode. And that is Craig T. Nelson was the one on the left, no matter what he said, and Jerry Van Dyke. They're going to be talking about the past 99 episodes and the future of Coach in this half hour. That's after he may wear a tool belt on the job, but it's the one-liner, the ad-lib, and the monologue that are the real tools of his trade. Tim Allen is America's funniest handyman, or is he the handiest funny man? Well, maybe both, as you'll find out in part 3 of our series, At Home with... All right, Spencer, right now, 11 minutes after, he may wear a tool belt on the job, but it's the one-liner, the ad-lib, and the monologue. And that episode is tonight. Tomorrow, we continue our series on home improvement with Patricia Richardson, who plays Tim Allen's ever-patient wife. We'll be right back. And Good Morning America, I'm Joan London.
I'm Charles Gibson. That's terrific. About the family reunion.
Yeah.
Good to have all those folks joining us. Good to have you with us as well. Hope you can stick around for this half hour. Wednesday, May 19th. Mark that on your calendar.
And this morning, we are going to be talking with actor William Baldwin. He is heating up.
Any communities doing this now?
I can't only speak for...
That gets too costly? Are you worried about that?
Well, with the risk of liability and...
You guys ever get a bad rap?
As far...
Since Title IX was ignored for so long, Jamie, how can the NCAA enforce this demand on schools?
They can't, but they've told the colleges this is what we want, and they've warned them that lawsuits can enforce it.
She seems like a great person.
She's sensational.
Good luck to her. Thank you, Jamie. Player on the #1 team. Jamie, now tell me true. Did you know that a softball was 12 inches in circumference?
Yes, but not before I did this piece. Although,
thank you.
Bryant will tell us that we're the only two. It's you and me.
Well, I feel much better. Thank you.
You're welcome. No.
Quick footnote, next September, Kristen will enroll at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
That was sweet.
Brought back memories of you and Ernie, huh?
Yeah, but also it was so sweet because for her parents, it was kind of a bittersweet time because their baby's all grown up.
Well, guess what?
What?
Katie Couric, this is... Quick footnote, next September, Kristen will enroll at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
That was sweet.
Brought back memories of you and Ernie, huh?
Yeah, but also in Washington.
They're an affiliate of a famous mortgage and insurance company.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hey, Ernie, thank you.
Brian, thank you very much.
Thanks, Ernie. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
We're going to get Linda Lott on the phone next.
No, we're not. We're back in just a moment.
Meets with Alan and the child, decides they're both ready. Katie?
Sean, any insight into why the judge ruled the way he did?
Just from watching the court proceeding as it dragged out week.
We haven't heard the end of this, have we?
Oh, no, they're back in court Wednesday in surrogates court. Mia Farrow is trying to overturn the adoption of Dylan, so this...
We do fun stuff.
That's right, yeah.
We got our chance to play.
He's a very good baby.
Absolutely.
He was marvelous the way he'd just crawl right into your arms.
All right, to go on, can we talk? There's a little woman talk that we're going to be doing because I'll bet some of you...
Great face.
Oh, Good Morning America. I'm Joan London.
I'm Charles Gibson. Good to have you with us. Friday, June 18th. Now they said they're going to do something to surprise us here?
Yes, before we go any further, we just got through doing a little segment and we got to play with little Jason.
Oh, while you were watching local news.
Little Jacob, who you
Spencer.
interviewed in the last half hour. Now, just take a look at this.
While you were watching
Everyone, I'm Joan London.
And I'm Charles Gibson, and they grew up.
I know.
They grew up. It is Friday, June 18th. Good to have you with us.
They're not kids anymore, but then again, neither are we.
Right.
Shelley Fabre and Paul Peterson may live forever.
You were involved in the Tylenol tampering case. How would you rate Pepsi, how they handled this case?
I think there are two methods of
Compare the motivations for something like this to a bomb threat.
There is great similarity, and I think one has to distinguish between...
It sounds like a lot of fun, and especially for families. I'm sure you get a lot of kids on a weekend like this.
It's fun for everyone. It really is.
All right, Terry, thank you so much for dropping by and telling us more about the National Railroad Museum. Big doings there this weekend. Stop by if you're looking for something fun to do.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
10.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith.
And I'm Edie Magnus. Paul Lozon has the week off.
At the...
Alert the park police. They're on the loose again.
Well, done any camping this summer yourself?
No, I haven't. I don't think I'm very interested in camping, but...
Well, after that, I can see why. If you're leaving us right now, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. If not, we're coming right back. Stay with us after these messages.
Back to today on this Sunday morning. I'm Jackie Nesper along with Margaret Larson, who's sitting in for Mike Schneider, and we're happy to have her with us.
Thank you. Happy to be here, but that picture's almost cruel. Makes you want to go to the beach.
Sure does.
And Joe Whitty, thanks for being with us today. And coming up in this half hour, we'll discuss the
Wow, H-E-L-L-O. I'm Dana King, and for Joan London from Good Morning America Sunday.
And I'm Charles Gibson. We got to add Sunday in here. I don't know where we'll attach it, just to make you
Right
feel
on the
comfortable.
top, I think.
I'm Charles Gibson. Tuesday, August 31st. Good to have you with us, and you'll hear more about the Scrabble situation in a few moments, right?
I wonder how many points you get for spelling Good Morning America. A lot, it looks like, but if you had a Q or a Z in it, I think you'd get a lot more.